war, what would you put on it? The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan have cost a lot. Now, wars can be very controversial. The right and the wrong, the good and the bad guys, whether the war was worth it. Besides all of that, the fact is that every war has its costs. And today I'm going to tell you two costs of war in both Iraq and Afghanistan. The first cost is by the very definition, the cost of money, and the second is the cost of American lives. So first, Iraq. The invasion of Iraq began around 2003 and the withdrawal occurred around 2011. And over this time, Congressional Research Service has labeled Operation Iraqi Freedom's price tag at about $806 billion. This is according to Danielle Kurtzleben, a staff writer for the U.S. News. So that's Iraq's cost of money, now their cost for American lives. And through the ferocious years of house to house, street to street, city to city combat in Iraq, H.A. Goodman, a journalist for Huffington Post, states that over 4,400 Americans have lost their lives fighting in Iraq. Now, to be clear, this is just loss of life. This isn't accounting for physical injuries or PTSD patients. So now that I've covered those two costs in Iraq, I'll cover the same two costs, but I'll go about 1,300 miles east over the country of Iran into the neighboring country that is Afghanistan. Now, the war in Afghanistan is the longest overseas conflict that the United States has ever been involved in. And over this vast amount of time, Goff Dyer and Chloe Servino, both journalists from CNBC, state that Afghanistan's price tag is near $1 trillion. Now, a fun fact, or more of an interesting fact to help grasp the idea that it is $1 trillion, Applied Property Group states that if you did have that $1 trillion, you'd be able to purchase every single seat in the Memorial Stadium for every single game that the Huskers played, even if they played every single day of the week for 400 years. So that's $1 trillion, and that is Afghanistan's cost of money. Now their cost of American lives. And through the hills, valleys, mountains, and ridges of Afghanistan, H.A. Goodman again states that Afghanistan has been the death place for more than 2,345 American lives. And once more, this is just cost of life. This is not accounting for physical injuries, PTSD patients, not even countries affiliated with the United States, or even civilian casualties. So now, today I have to talk to you about two costs of war in both Iraq and Afghanistan. The first cost was the cost of money, and the second was the cost of American lives. And again, war is controversial. The right and the wrong, the good guys and the bad guys, the black and the white, the morally gray. The fact is that every war, not just in America's history, but the entire world's history, has its costs. The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan have cost a lot. And when it comes to war, and you're there writing the check, it's not as simple as just putting a dollar